This is the USS Enterprise-G, the latest starship to join the Enterprise namesake in the Star Trek universe. But what do we know about this ship? We've got you covered if you're looking for technical details and background information. But you might not know that the Enterprise-G was another starship before it became what it is today. Originally launched as the USS Titan-A, the ship would be rechristened as the Enterprise-G in 2402. In this video, we'll also touch on the idea of how renaming of the Titan-A to the Enterprise-G is not exactly the best move. So we've got a lot to get through. Here we go. Welcome to Trek Central! I'm your host Captain Jack and welcome to Star Trek Explained. Before we do warp into this video, if you want to keep up to date on all the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Trek Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Star Trek universe. Speaking of new updates, we've got a brand new membership offering here on the Trek Central channel. Click that join button down below to become a member today, and you can see these videos with myself and Lieutenant Commander Adam early, as well as vote on our next video. We've also got a fun idea where members will suggest the next ship video we actually do, and we'll pick from one of those ideas per month to make a video. That could be anything from checking out Mr. Spock's long history to explaining why the Reliant is in fact the best Star Trek starship. Just kidding, but you get the gist. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, click that join button, we greatly appreciate it. Okay, engage. The USS Enterprise-G and the USS Titan-A are essentially the same ship. They're both a Constitution-free class of starships. In a breakaway from the designs of the 25th century, such as the Odyssey class and the Pathfinder class, the Constitution-free class chose to follow the previous tradition of having a round saucer section. For obvious reasons, it could be compared to the classic Constitution-class starships like the original USS Enterprise. Tactical system-wise, the starship would support a battle bridge to complement the deflector shields, metaphasic shields, and of course, the armament of phaser arrays and torpedo launchers. The ship sported phaser strips as well as phaser turrets on both the dorsal and ventral hull. The ship also had at least 3 shuttle bays. One was located at the rear of the secondary hull, in traditional Starfleet style, while the other 2 were situated on the dorsal hull. Coming in at 560 meters, the Enterprise-G is officially designated as an exploration vessel, which may also explain the lack of some tactical systems like quantum torpedo launchers. The Constitution-free class featured overpowered impulse engines, which allow the class ships to provide a close support at sublight speeds. Essentially, they would operate in and around densely populated star systems. Internally, the class featured a main bridge that conformed to traditional Starfleet bridge layouts. The helm and operations station were at the front of the ship, while the captain's chair was in the middle. Tactical, engineering, communications, and science were also placed around the bridge. In a surprise for a certain boarding party, the Constitution-free class bridge featured an emergency evacuation hatch, which was located behind the main view screen. When activated, this hatch would open and vent the compartment into space. The general interior layout of the Enterprise-G was kept the same as that of the Titan-A and other starships of the Constitution-free class line. The Constitution-free class corridors were wider than previous generations, similar to those seen on the Sagan class line of ships such as the USS Stargazer. With the redesignation of the Titan-A to the Enterprise-G, the ship received more upgrades and refits to improve its systems. Perhaps some of the flaws noted in the Titan design will be worked out and replaced to better suit the newly launched starship. The design of the Constitution-free class of starships was a direct result of the Utopia Planitia Fleet Yard's destruction. As such, the space frame of the USS Titan-A and later USS Enterprise-G was constructed by reusing components instead of replicating them from the Lunar-class USS Titan, this being the former command ship of Captain William T. Riker. Launched in 2396, the Titan-A was originally under the command of Captain Shaw, who completed 36 missions on the ship over a 5-year period. In 2401, Admiral Jean-Luc Picard and Captain Riker boarded the ship when it was docked at the Sol station. They entered under the guise of a routine inspection in an attempt to locate Dr. Beverly Crusher in the Rechristened system. Against Shaw's command, 7 of 9 allowed Picard and Riker to commandeer one of the ship's shuttles to the desired coordinates. Shaw relieved 7 of her duty due to insubordination, as he initially refused Picard's plea. Shaw then had to go and rescue Picard and Riker, as he'd been attacked by the Shrike. The Shrike claimed a sizable bounty on Beverly's son, Jack Crusher. The Shrike launched the SS Helios at the Titan-A during this confrontation, which caused sizable damage and forced Shaw to head deeper into the surrounding nebula. During the conflict, the Titan-A's warp drive and aft sensors were damaged, and Captain Shaw was incapacitated. With command transferred to him, Captain Riker attempted to evade and fire upon the Shrike. This did result in the Titan-A becoming severely damaged, with the crew's situation looking rather dire. Jack and Beverly devised a last-minute plan, however. They proposed opening missile covers and using bursts of energy from Nebula to surf their way out of trouble. This worked a treat, and with some extra bowling antics and Riker, the crew was saved and the Shrike ship was defeated for now. After the victory, they rendezvoused with the USS Intrepid, which attempted to bring Picard and Riker into custody. They were luckily aided by old friend Roland, who tells them to take the Titan-A on the run. In their flee from Starfleet, they steal a cloaking device from the HMS Bounty at the Starfleet Museum and rescue data from Daystrom Station. Unfortunately, the Titan-A was taken over by the Borg during the invasion at the end of Picard Season 3. The Borg managed to assimilate all of the younger crew members, with the older ones managing to escape via shuttle. However, during the conflict, Captain Shaw is unfortunately killed, transferring the command of the ship to 7 of 9. 7 stayed behind during the invasion, managing to retake control of the Titan-A using some stolen tech. Whilst they were able to buy time for the Enterprise-G during a battle against the Borg Cube, the Titan-A was once again disabled by the Borg and a space dock. Following the conclusion of the Borg Queen and changing threat to Starfleet and the United Federation of Planets, the Titan-A would return to dock for repairs. Due to the Titan-A's role in saving everyone, the Federation and Starfleet, and probably everybody else, it was decided the ship would be honoured with a new legacy. The Starship was officially rechristened as the USS Enterprise-G, with Captain 7 of 9 placed in command. The Enterprise-G officially becomes the 8th Federation starship to bear the name Enterprise. This was an honour to the command crew of the USS Enterprise-D and the crucial parts they played in stopping the Borg threat. Captain 7 would take the Enterprise-G to explore strange new worlds and boldly go where no one has gone before. Okay, let's talk some design details. Veteran Starship ship designer Doug Drexler worked with Bill Krause, commonly known as Admiral Buck, to create the Constitution 3 class of ship. Design work started in June 2021 and effectively refined Krause's fan design of the Starfleet ship known as the Shangri-La class. While the class is brand new as of 2401, it seems, or at least been in operation for 5 years. The source section does appear to be very similar to the Constitution refit design. Regarding background design, the producers and writers wanted the USS Titan-A and Constitution 3 class to be an evolution of a lunar class USS Titan that Riker commanded. However, when looking at it, it sadly does not make sense when you start looking into the details. Unfortunately, we don't actually have much detail on the behind the scenes work of the Constitution 3 class. There wasn't much available for us to research on, and I'll take some deeper time. But maybe we'll come back to this in the future when more models of the ship gets released and hopefully more behind the scenes material. But let's talk about the legacy problem. I said we'd get into it. Star Trek Picard Season 3 made a big song and dance out of a legacy idea, and I don't mean the new series, but the whole idea of respecting the legacy of somebody or someone and also leaving a legacy. Next Generation episode of Picard makes a big deal of a USS Titan-A being the same design as Captain Riker's lunar class USS Titan. Yet it all seems to throw this idea away by the end of the 3rd season. The idea of protecting a legacy seems to be thrown out the window in The Last Generation, the final episode of Picard Season 3. The Titan-A is renamed the Enterprise-G, as that name matters more. The producers and writers seem to create a lot of noise to justify the Titan-A, before becoming the Enterprise-G, was a refit of Riker's USS Titan. Yet as many pointed out, including websites like Scientia, that simply does not make sense due to the size of the starships. If anything, rechristening the Titan-A to the Enterprise-G rubs the ship incorrectly. Sure, it is an honour to be called the Enterprise, but the Titan is also a name of honour in the Star Trek universe. Mainly as Picard Season 3 establishes the important legacy of the USS Titan namesake, such as Riker's and Captain Savik's USS Titan. Realistically, if Starfleet had wanted to pay tribute to those who helped during the Borg crisis, then renaming the Titan to the USS Picard would have made sense. And then again, as Titan fans, we strongly think the ship would have been left as it was and another ship launched as the USS Enterprise-G or USS Picard if needed. Look, they easily could have done what happened in Star Trek 4, where the original crew are flying over, think we're going to get an Excelsior class, and it turns out there's an Enterprise refit behind the Excelsior. That kind of makes sense and would be a lot more fun. No, is it just me? Let me know what you think. So of course, do let me know what you think of the USS Enterprise-G. Is this a ship you're a fan of? Do you wish it was left as the Titan-A, or do you think something different? We always welcome your opinions down below in the comment section. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, then hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Trek Central. You can also follow us on social media or join our community Discord server. For now, I've been Jack, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Live long and prosper, my friends. Goodbye.